Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Between Carlines. We are your hosts, Christy, Christina, and Jenna, and we are three moms trying to do life in the short daylight hours between Carlines. On today's episode, we discuss Jenna's house fire, lying husbands, and Hurricane Helene. So buckle up and enjoy the ride. Y'all, it was a week, wasn't it?
Sure was.
That's an understatement.
Sure was. Yeah.
So when you're listening to last week's episode, we'll let Jenna explain what happened. 5 hours? Well, how many hours after we recorded?
Right after.
Like 6 hours. Like we recorded we recorded in the morning, 9. And then what time was it? 6 p.m.?
Like 5:30, between 5:30 and 6.
5:30 and 6.
Yeah. My house caught on fire. And the chaos ensued from there. The grill was caught on fire. There was something with the connection with the propane. And by the time there was no way for us to put it out. It just went too fast. And I was like, okay, well, I can move it. But I looked and I was like, no. So we hustled kids out of the house and hustled dogs out of the house. And I think that's the first time I've ever truly called 911. So yeah, they showed up and we had 7 fire trucks and 1 million firemen. We're super grateful. They came so fast. They came within 8 minutes, but that's possibly the longest 8 minutes of my life. It just feels like they're never going to get there.
Right. And there's nothing you can do. You're just having to watch your house go up in flames.
Right. So, they came in, they did everything. So since then, it's been just chaos. We're in an Airbnb now for a month while we figure things out. And we're super grateful that a lot of our clothes were fine. So we're not starting from scratch, which as it was on fire, all I could think was I literally have on a pair of white shorts and a denim shirt. This is what I have, and sandals. Yeah. It wasn't one kid didn't have underwear on. The other kid had just underwear on. It was, we weren't a good look when it was happening, but, and I know I say it all the time that I'm the worst person to have in charge when there's a chaotic situation, but I will say I handled it very well. I got the kids in the car. I backed the cars up away from the house because our worry was that the propane tank would explode.
Right.
Because that's what the movies tell you will happen. And I feel like that's a logical thing. And I realized I can carry one of my 70-pound dogs. She wasn't coming. And so I just scooped her up and threw her in the other car.
Which dog?
Other car up. Tonks. She wasn't. She was man. Acting the Goldens, they both came running and jumped in the car real quick.
Yeah.
But Tonks was acting like she might take off running. And I was like, girl, I don't have time to chase you right now.
No.
So I just picked her up. I would like to see the video of me running with this dog, because I'm sure it was not fast, but we were hustling. And
well, you texted us and you're like, hey, say some prayers. The house caught on fire, but it was really minimized because
it's so low key and nonchalant.
Low key and nonchalant. Yeah. Oh gosh, hopefully, everything's good.
Yeah.
And then Christina wrote me and was like, I'm freaking out. What do we do? And so we're like, let's just go. And so the scene driving up to your house was so scary. We were like, this is way worse than she let on.
And on the way we saw it on the scanner page and we were like, no, this is way more than the text hey, there's a low key fire.
Yeah, our community has this scanner page for people that have police scanners, and then they'll report stuff on there on Facebook, what's happening, what's going on. And multiple people were talking about your house. They were driving by, the cops stopped traffic, and people were posting pictures from the road. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was
when you're in the moment, so our house flooded out almost exactly 7 years ago. And while that was a huge loss as well, we weren't in the house. We didn't watch it happen.
Right.
Wyatt was not even 2 years old. It was such a different experience, just as bad, but totally different to like watch it. And Joe wasn't home yet. He came literally skirting it on 2 wheels. I'm surprised he put the van in park to like out and run to the back.
What was that call like when you called Joe?
Well, I called 911 first and did all of that. Yeah. And then I called him and he didn't answer. And so I called him again and he finally answered.
I'd be so mad. Yeah.
Well, this is the bad, like, I feel bad for him in this sense. He will, if he's on a work call on the way home, he'll usually like pull into a parking lot and stop and finish the call. Because as soon as he pulls in the driveway, the dogs are going nuts. I'll send the kids right out. You pull in the driveway, we are done. Kids are coming out to you. So he'll stop and finish a call. And he had stopped to finish a call that day. So he was sitting at the gas station just up the road from us
so
while it was
so
all
close.
happening. I called him and he was there before the firefighters were there. Like he was close. And then I called my sister and she was like, "Are you laughing or are you crying?" And I was like, "I don't know." Like, because finally, like once Joe was there, I was like, okay, I don't have to be in charge of this situation by myself. And like my mom was in the back trying to put it out with the hose. And then I'm worried about her being back there, but I have my kids up front, so I can't leave them up there. And the dogs are in the car. I'm like, what if the dogs manage to get out? It was a whole thing.
Right. Yeah.
So, but everybody is safe. Everybody is fine. And I am going to look at this as a forced decluttering of things in my life. Like,
yes, Christina and I can attest. We've been over there a couple times helping her.
Yeah, it was needed.
Salvage whatever didn't reek of smoke.
Yeah,
because I'll have to say, like the fire stayed in the roof. Like there's a hole in her living room roof. You can see the sky. It was really bad.
It's our new sunroof.
So nothing else really caught on fire, but still, all the clothes, plastic, everything just reeked of smoke. We even that night, like right after the firefighters got it all out and left, we went in and took stuff out, and it reeked
so bad.
So,
and it all still like
you don't
if it
think
hasn't
of things
been washed,
like that.
No, like still I can smell it on things, and like things that have been washed really good, like Wyatt's water bottle. I thought it was fine. I sent him to school with it because it smelled fine. And by the time he got home, it did not smell fine anymore. So like anything with like rubber or stuff on it, it's got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but thankfully the kids' rooms were pretty good and we were able to save a lot. All your clothes are good.
People
keep asking like, do they need clothes? I'm like, they don't need clothes. They're fine on clothes.
Yeah.
It's the little things you don't think about. Like I was telling some people today, you know, all their holiday decorations that they've accumulated over years gone. All your crafting supplies, like ribbon that we had to just leave.
Just leave it.
Little things like that. Like you needed a cheese grater this week, and thankfully Christina had that extra cheese grater.
It was really important. I know, but like we like host so many holidays, and like all that hosting equipment is like
all the crock pots
gone. Crock pots, servingware, like it's just kind of, it like puts things back into perspective. And where I have made the bold statement of I'm never going back to that house. Like I am done. I did a flood there. I did a fire there. I'm done.
I am so happy you guys made that decision because I was like, this house is cursed.
It is. So,
but it's going to be for sale and it'll be just fine for the next owner.
Yeah, they'll love it.
It's a great piece of land.
It is. It's great.
Just build a nice house on stilts and you'll be golden. Great property.
Because now there's a hurricane.
Don't put the grill next to the house and you'll be good.
Yeah.
I think charcoal grills are in the future for you.
Well, I've never grilled a thing in my life, nor will I ever grill anything. I'm never.
So some people were saying, like, this is why you don't put a grill next to your house. And I'm like, you know what? People, look at all these mansions that have the built-in kitchens.
Right?
With the grills right on the house. So stop. Like, that's...
So, well, we were looking at a house. We've been looking at a few houses here and there. And one of them, he's like, Joe's like, this would be a perfect built-in kitchen area. And I was like... like on the other side.
Soon, Joe.
Other side. But,
yeah, well, I was talking to my mother-in-law because she's had 2 grills from 2 different houses catch on fire. Mm-hmm. And one was a built-in kitchen that they happened to catch it, you know, before it got any worse. But grills are dangerous. And I don't know taste, if like most
the food is great.
But, yeah, and it's so easy. But if most people are like me, I go throw burgers and a steak on the grill, come back inside and prep whatever else I'm doing and set an alarm and then go back out and flip it. If you're not standing right there and something like that happens, it could happen to anybody.
I think even standing right there, because you said your mom saw it like almost instantly, right? But it was it's like too much.
It was lit, like she lit the grill and within a minute it was on fire. Like the fire started. So it was so fast. Like I turned to look and I was like, oh, we could just pull the grill away from the house. Like it'll be okay. And Wyatt, my 8-year-old, is like, Mom, the pool is right there. And I was like, yeah, but the grill was on fire. Like I couldn't touch the grill. I was like, that is smart. That's very smart.
Oh, like he was telling you, why didn't you just throw it in the pool?
Why didn't you just throw it in the pool?
Yeah, come on, Mom. Why didn't you just throw the flaming grill in the pool?
And I did. I thought
heavy. On wheels?
It was a good idea in theory, though. Yeah.
Well, I did think like, okay, I can move it, but then I'm like, if I catch on fire, or I burn, I can't get my kids out. And to me, like, it wasn't worth the risk.
You did the right thing. You got everyone out. Everyone's safe and healthy and didn't get harmed. And that's the stuff that's irreplaceable, are the people. Yeah. So let insurance do their thing.
Yeah.
And
we've had incredible support. You guys have been amazing. Sally, our families. It's been nice to be reminded that we're in a good community, but boy, it's not the way you want to do it.
No.
But it's up from here. We're good. We're going to figure it out, hopefully in the next couple weeks, and be somewhere different.
I hope you get a nice house, and I hope it's close to me.
I know. I was like, Joe, Christy says that's not close enough. And he's like, okay. But like,
I mean, I know you want to be close to your sister too. Like, just more in the middle of us.
Yeah, I think the one that we really like is more in the middle. It's closer to civilization, but still, you know, will serve our needs and stuff. So
yeah.
So if I smell like a bonfire, just let me know, because I'm smelling everything. I walk around, I'm like, oh nope, that's not okay. Oh, that's fine. But I'm like, is it fine? Like a lunchbox the other day, I was like, Joe, is this fine? And he's like, I don't know. And I'm like, Mom, is this fine? Like Wyatt. Like everybody had a different answer. So if you smell me, if I smell like a bonfire,
just like Christina, she's got the best sniffer out of all of us.
I still sometimes smell the fire just like at my house. Like, I don't know if it's like on my clothes or in my nose or what, but sometimes I'll get a whiff of the fire. But I will say I have not smelled it on you, on your body. It's always just somewhere. Maybe it's phantom fire at this point. I don't know, but you've not smelled like fire, so.
Well, Jenna, I'm happy that you're safe and okay and your family, and hopefully Wyatt isn't too traumatized from the whole event.
You know what? I think that he's fine. He's like, their kids are so resilient and just like able to come back quicker. Frankie had the time of his life the night of the fire. He got to see all the fire trucks and firemen.
Don't mind me.
Or not.
Oh, we should say like all of our kids are home because school was canceled today and tomorrow due to the hurricane that's supposed to hit tomorrow. So we're
so fun.
We're making do with our pod with the kids home.
Yeah.
Some of us disseminated the snacks prior to starting the pod, though.
Some of us didn't.
Mine were fine. I put my other one to nap, so she's at least napping. But
I made a huge bowl of mixed snacks so that it would like there's no possible need for anything else.
I mean, he could have done that himself, but
that's fine.
He likes to be on the show. He likes to.
Yeah, I think
he is the showman for sure.
So yeah, that was our weekly update, right? Nothing else happened. We've just kind of been
I mean that's what we did all week.
That's what we did all week.
Yeah.
That was really all consuming though. I mean, I can't even imagine being the person who it happened to because
No.
it was like all I could think about.
Yeah.
Anytime someone wanted to talk to me, I was like, I don't know, Jenna's house caught on fire. It's not a good week right now.
Yeah, my friend's house.
You know?
I was using that as an excuse all week for things. Sorry, your check's late. It's been a crazy week.
It is all consuming. But just things like, I was like, wait,
really.
Like I don't have any socks. The other day I was like, I have no socks. I had to like wear my mom's socks, her dirty socks the other day. I was like, I need socks. I can't wear these shoes without. And then I ended up, like, I thought I grabbed sneakers and I was like, okay, I'll wash them and I'll have some shoes to wear. Cause I just had on these like crocheted Birkenstock things, not appropriate shoes to wear after a fire. And I have 2 pairs of the same shoe. And I ended up with 2 left shoes. Like I washed them. I was like, yes, I washed them. They're clean. I'm ready. And then I was like, oh, it's 2 of the left shoe. But I've since found their rights. But
I gotta say, Jenna, because it's been exactly a week now, right? Like in a few hours, it'll be exactly a week.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And,
shoot.
And you still kind of like managed to like keep your life like you still played pickleball. Like I was like, well, obviously we're not playing pickleball. Like we're gonna cancel the podcast. And Jenna's like, no. I got my computer. I got the mic. We're good. Like I got 2 left shoes. Let's go play pickleball. You know.
I put on for me the night of the fire, it was get everything ready for these kids to be as normal as possible.
Yeah.
Like I want Wyatt to go to school. We salvaged the lunch boxes were fine. Actually, we didn't have time to wash them, so I stole a lunchbox from my sister's house. I just happened to have bought an extra backpack the other day, and so I was able to like throw all of Wyatt's stuff in this other backpack and send him to school. And then, well, you guys have like supported. You guys have really helped, and like Sally stepped in and Jackie, the Lees have helped and all of that. And so like, it's taken a village, but you know, I feel like
and everyone,
you can't dwell.
Everyone's like, how can we help? How can we help? How can we help? And I'm like, well, first of all, leave her alone because she's dealing with a lot right now.
She's a little frazzled.
So I've been fielding a lot of questions.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I don't want to tell all your business, but they're asking all these questions. And so I did tell them, because everyone was asking again today what you need. And I told her to make a list, but obviously you don't want to collect a bunch of stuff at the Airbnb. So once you get settled in your new place, I think we need to send out a list and then we can start getting you some stuff for the house. And I think we should put Jenna's Venmo and PayPal info up for everyone.
Oh yeah, we should.
All of our listeners, because we decided not to do a GoFundMe since they take such a cut, which is so wrong, but whatever. So we did blast Jenna's Venmo out on the internet a few places.
I think that's actually worked out well.
Yeah,
it has worked out
to do the Venmo
well
instead of GoFundMe.
Yeah, and we're super grateful.
If people wanted to be anonymous, that's where it's kind of hard. You can't really anonymously give. But
no. Well, I feel like lots of people kind of anonymously gave because they don't. Jenna doesn't even know who they are.
No, there were so many people.
It has a name, but she doesn't even know them. So
that's true.
So. But yeah, so the kids are settled. These kids are fine. But we're just getting back into the groove of things.
Yeah.
I like your Airbnb background. That's very nice.
No, this Airbnb
is actually a step up from your craft room.
Hey. No, it is. It's really nice. And it's like we're the first people to be in it. And I'm like, everybody be careful.
Oh, really?
Everybody don't touch this. Don't touch that. I think we're the first people to be in it. Everything has like new tags on it, which is
that worked out for them, didn't it? They open an Airbnb and immediately get a 1-month booking.
Yeah.
Did you tell them why you need an Airbnb for a month?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So they were good.
Did they like give you a little discount or something?
When you rent for a month, you get a discount off most Airbnbs.
Okay. That's
but
good.
I'm sure they're probably like, how much crap are these people bringing in? But like we have all of our clothing, and so we're just washing it and bagging it and taking it back out. But I'm sure the neighbors are like, what is going on in that situation?
You guys should talk about your experience at the laundromat that day.
Christina and I did laundry.
I'm so jealous. I wish I was at the laundromat.
No, you had the twins
hanging out.
I think it was
I took Frankie for the day, and him and Summer are the same age, and so I felt like I had twins for the day. Yeah. But he was so easy. Oh my goodness.
He's pretty easy. He's just sassy.
Yeah. Not with me. He was an angel for me all day.
But like the laundromat does, like, it goes so fast. We shoved some of these washers so full of stuff, and it like washed it in 19 minutes. It was crazy.
Yeah, and it washed 75 pounds of clothes in 19 minutes, too. It wasn't even like a little load. It was the world's largest load of laundry.
Big.
Should we just start going once a week to the laundromat and all do our linens? And
we could do our whole family's clothes so quick there.
I did.
We should do it one time, at least to just say we did for fun.
It's kind of pricey, like if that's...
Yeah.
Like, I did 2 of the big, huge loads yesterday, and it was $30. So it's not terrible, but...
Yeah,
that is pricey, though.
But it's 150 pounds of clothes. You got to think of that. It's 150 pounds, literally.
This situation, it's perfect, but I'm saying for a weekly wash.
But they do have smaller ones. Like they had 75-pound machines. I think they had 50-pound and like 25-pound.
How do you weigh it? Does it weigh?
No, it's just. I think it's just huge. You know, it's the machine's like taller than us. You're standing on your tippy toes to add the detergent.
It was like stressful because we didn't know where to put the detergent. Joe had a very good idea to get the like hunting laundry soap because it neutralizes all smell. Because you're not supposed to smell like anything when you're hunting. And so there Christina and I are with it's got like a big deer stag on the front of it. And we're like trying to see. And then Sally gave us this other stuff to use. And so like we're trying, and then we were like, we thought we started it. We couldn't close doors on some of them, but we were pros by the end.
Yeah. Well, they had like industrial locks on the washing machines, but you guys should have seen the guy at Bass Pro when I went to get the detergent. I like walk in and I'm like, hi, I'm looking for a detergent I would use like if I was going to wash my hunting clothes. Do you have something like that? You know? And he like tells me 2 places it might be. So I literally clear out the shelves of this detergent. I go to check out and the guy's like, it's a different guy. And he's like, oh, what is this? And I'm like, oh, laundry detergent, like if I want to wash my hunting clothes. I just kept saying that. I wasn't like, I didn't talk about the fire at Bath Pro, I'm like, it's just laundry detergent. It gets rid of, I think, human smell on clothes, so the deer won't know where you are. And the guy's like, oh, okay, yeah. He's scanning. He's like, this is rather expensive laundry detergent. Like he's saying that to the person literally buying it. I'm like, yeah, but I think it gets rid of all the smells. So
yeah. It really does work.
And it did.
Like we washed all the boys' clothes that day. I was like, we're watching because like but we also watched one of the videos and watched the smoke like go into the boys' rooms. Like it was a lot of smoke.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, Joe.
Oh, man.
I haven't really watched them, but Joe watched them and we downloaded them and stuff for like insurance purposes.
Crazy that you have it all on video.
Yeah,
I know.
And so, but like all their clothes are fine. Their shoes are fine. So that was, but.
Well, even us coming to help you for an hour, our clothes, our shoes stunk of
everything
smoke.
Smelled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, just know.
Yeah.
You'll be stinky. You smell like you went camping.
Like when we came that first night to help, first of all, I guess when I think about if my house catches on fire, I'm always thinking of the escape, like whatever. We talked about this, I think, early pod, like how are you going to get out?
Our first episodes. Yeah.
So that's always what I think about, but I never thought about what it's like after the fire goes out, and then we get to your house and it's literally flooded with water. There's bits of ceiling and insulation everywhere. You're sloshing
electricity.
Through. You can't see anything because it was night.
Conditioning.
Yeah,
no air conditioning. No, so it's hot, dark. We were using our cell phone lights.
Yeah. Which thankfully it was charged up. Like usually my cell phone's not that charged at the end of the day, but somehow that day it was good. Like.
So I didn't realize they go in after the fire and they poke holes in all the ceilings so they can make sure that there's nothing still happening in the attic, because I think it really was an attic fire. Like it didn't start in the attic, but it mostly was in the attic. So like each room has a huge hole in it with insulation, and then like as you're standing there, like I was in the house, I think it was like maybe like Sunday, I went in, I got some stuff out and came out. And then later Joe went back and he's like, oh, the entire pantry ceiling is down now. So it's like, it's just like continually.
It's probably dangerous that we were in there.
Yeah.
It's definitely dangerous. You have to really watch where you're going. I mean, like that whole bathroom ceiling fell after the first night because that was pretty much intact that night.
Yeah.
And the next day it was everywhere.
Right.
And breathing in, like Christina thought, oh, we should have like N95 masks. So she got some for the next time we went in.
So, but
yeah.
So great.
Everybody made it out safe, so that's
everybody's good.
Really what's important.
Yeah.
I do have a couple put it in reverses from last week.
Oh, then go do that instead of
yeah. I mean, obviously the fire had to. You had to start with the fire.
Wait, before you bring this up, no, I did not try the foot spray.
I haven't either
this week.
Well,
I didn't even think about it. It's still on.
The foot spray, that was going to be part of it. But actually, my question about the foot spray was, Jenna, did your foot spray perish in the fire?
No.
It's gone.
I have it.
Oh, you have it?
Yeah.
You have it.
Remember, we went into the craft room and her aluminum foil was still there.
I saw the foil. The cupcake didn't make it for Junk in the Trunk. I said to trash that. So we're brown bagging it now for a bit. But you have the foot spray. Okay.
I know. I pulled the ring light out today and I was like, oh, the foot spray. Still sealed and ready.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Well, that's good. So maybe for next week, you could try it out.
Yeah. Hopefully, no one's house gets damaged in this hurricane.
Oh my gosh.
We really need. We need.
I think we should talk about the hurricane
disasters
that's coming.
Yeah.
That's kind of a big thing.
You want to talk about it now or coming up this week at the end?
No, that's a good idea.
Oh. All right, we'll talk about it later. Okay, the only other question I had for Put It in Reverse was, I know you guys didn't go to Hallow Scream, Christy, but are you getting Steve VIP passes? What's happening with that?
Steve said he would take them.
Oh,
so let's see if it's happening this weekend with the storm. I mean, I'm sure it will be.
Oh, this weekend.
Yeah. Well, I told him to go before October, before it gets crazy. But I didn't look into the VIP pass, but I will. For sure.
All right. Okay. Sounds good.
As long as I don't have to go.
Exactly. Sounds terrible.
And after being home with everyone for the next 5 days in a row by myself, he's taking them. Well, I guess he comes home Friday night, hopefully, if his flight isn't canceled. I don't know. They're going to have to go from New York around the storm to Florida. So we'll see.
All right.
Oh, bad thunder.
Yeah, it's here too. It must be the same one that you heard.
Shoot. I'm not ready for this storm yet.
No.
All right, what's our first segment for today?
Do you want to do junk?
Yeah, let's do junk. Bring out your brown baggies.
Excited about this one?
I don't know if
brown bag in my cupcake.
I don't know if I'm excited about it. It's just timely, and I didn't want to miss a window of opportunity for it.
Oh.
Ooh.
Flashlight. Ooh,
Sour
those
Patch.
look good.
These look good. The sour gummies.
Yeah. Ooh, I haven't had these yet.
And the flashlight.
Okay, so it's obviously a hurricane
lemonade.
prep kit. It's a little hurricane prep kit. So
this is perfect.
There's little flashlights for each kid, so they can have their own little flashlights in their room in case the power goes out.
Do
or whatever.
they need batteries, or they have?
They came with them. Yeah, they came with them.
Nice.
Mine love having their own flashlight, so I was like, "Oh, I'll get them each a little flashlight."
Yeah.
And then I got some candies, some gummies that I thought maybe you guys hadn't tried yet because I hadn't even seen those before. So Christy's
add that
eating
to the
them
montage
already.
of Christy eating chewy things.
But then when I thought we were going to have to cancel the pod because the kids were out of school, I was like, oh, they're not going to get their hurricane kits till after the hurricane.
No.
That's bad. So, yeah.
These are
terrible.
good.
Which ones are you eating?
The Jolly Rancher sour gummies, but the flavors.
Yeah, I got myself some too.
Cherry, pomegranate, watermelon, fruit punch, and strawberry.
Because it's the reds, all the reds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, as everybody but Jenna knows, are the best flavors. All the reds.
I like all of them, but the pomegranate and strawberry. We could trade. You can have my pomegranate.
I'm going to try one.
The fruit punch was good.
Are they in the flavor or in the shape of the flavor?
Yeah, they're in the yeah.
Oh, God, I like that.
Watermelon.
These are good.
Really good.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Chewy.
The kids are going to love these flashlights.
Yeah, they are.
Thank you.
I know. I was thinking, I was
Yeah,
like,
Jenna, I didn't know. I didn't know if you still had flashlights or,
I don't know.
I knew you had that lantern we were using after the fire when it was too dark to see, but I was like, did that travel? Is it in the van? Where is it?
I have no idea. It's a great question. I know. Somebody was like, well, do you think you're going to lose power? And I was like, I've never been here for a hurricane.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Shall be an adventure for all of us.
Yeah. I think if you lose power, it's just luck of the draw. Like,
yeah.
Because sometimes I'll lose power and Grandpa's literally across the street and he won't, or vice versa.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
We got really unlucky with the last one. We lost power for a couple days.
Oh, man.
But we didn't until the very end. And then we saw the whole, the line blow because a branch fell on it. So that needed a whole rehaul or whatever. So we just got unlucky.
Yeah.
Anyway. Good junk. Yeah, we definitely needed this before the storm.
For sure.
Jenna, do you want to do your test drive so we don't forget about you this week?
Yeah, I just have one.
This is what I'm talking about, though. Jenna's house catches fire, and she still has a test drive, even. Like, I thought for sure you'd be like, guys, I didn't get a test drive.
You hear my test drive.
Good. Okay.
My test drive is move your grill away from your house. Like, that's... I feel like it's the time for it.
It's an important piece of advice.
Because I can't tell you how many people have said to me, that's where my grill is. That's where I use my grill, right there. And on a normal day, that's totally fine. But you just, like, it's the more we've looked at it and watched the video, the propane tank looks to be faulty. And so you just don't know that. So my tip and trick is move your grill away from your house.
Do you follow Alex Earl?
No.
But do you know who she is?
Yes.
Like the influencer? So I swear yesterday she lives in like a condo in Miami, a high rise, and has a grill on her balcony, as many people do. And she was like, guys, my grill is on fire. She couldn't open it. The steak was like, the flames were coming up. I don't know how she had time to film this for her Instagram. But her sister came running out with one of those fire blankets and like she opened it and the sister threw the fire blanket over the steak and it put out the fire. So I told Prudy, because she gets all of us, useful Christmas gifts. I said, why don't you get everyone in the family a fire blanket for Christmas this year?
Yeah. Oh no, the next house we're in is going to be like the most fire safety house you've ever seen. We're on full fire safety.
Extinguishers.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So that's my tip. Move your grill.
It's a good tip. That was a good test drive, Jenna.
That's all I got.
No, seriously, someone might be listening to this and
I've had
move their
many
grill away
people
from their house.
They're like, oh, well, I'm going to go home and move my grill tonight. I'm like, yeah. Or if anything looks faulty where propane is involved, get a new grill.
Yeah. I'm going to move my grill somehow. I'll figure it out.
Or just move it while you're cooking on it. Like you can store it there, but once it's lit, it needs to be out from under any like easements or anything.
Yeah, that's what we roll ours into the middle of the yard to cook on it.
That doesn't surprise me.
Store it
of course. House. Of course she does.
She actually rolls it to the lake edge and is ready at any moment.
She's got her fireworks.
We can just kick it in if we need to.
Walks away. Victor's on hose.
What do you put your fireworks on?
It's
you have a tile, right?
It's a tile. It's a piece of floor tile. Yeah.
So Christina's going to lead my fire safety brigade at the new house.
I was out there preparing for the storm today, and I wondered if I should store my firework tile away because it's just on the patio right now.
Well, it could be like a missile.
Projectile.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta move that.
Oh, I should probably take my what's it called? Pillows and stuff in cushions.
Yeah.
You don't
From my front porch. They'll blow away.
Yeah. That's what I was working on earlier. I have a whole story for that later when we talk about our hurricane.
Okay, let's get to the hurricane. So let me do some Florida moms.
Yeah, do Florida mom.
Okay. Good morning. I am seeking input from fellow moms on a recent situation that I'm being told I am blowing out of proportion. I'm only going to stick to the facts of this one situation as I try not to bring past or present issues into our conflicts. Here she goes. Husband typically works a part-time job on Friday nights, a late shift from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Husband was asked if he could pick up a shift the Saturday night before Easter. Husband tells me and I say, well, it's the night before Easter and we are hosting dinner for both our families, so I'd rather you not, but it's up to you. Husband tells me he's going to work. All day Saturday, we are cleaning the house, yard, etc. We had an additional family member come help. At 5 p.m., husband says he needs to go lie down to nap before work. Myself and family member finish up around 6:37. 9 p.m., husband leaves for work. 10:15, husband texts this whole thing that the person he was working for showed up and now doesn't have to work. Elaborates into more details about what transpired between him and the other worker, then says, well, I'm going to meet a guy friend for a little bit, but I won't be out late. I wasn't happy, but not in the mood to fight. So I said, okay, whatever. He replies, well, at least it won't be 5:30 now since he doesn't have to work. He gets home at 2:45 a.m. No further discussion is really had. Okay, so that's the scene. Fast forward to the following Thursday. I forgot to plug my watch in overnight, so I go to use his lightning charger so I don't have to wait long. I see his watch is on the charger. Now I know I shouldn't snoop, but for other reasons not mentioned, sometimes I take a quick peek. I find a text to the worker he was covering for the Tuesday before Easter that he could not work for him because of Easter and hosting dinner. I find another text to his guy friends on Saturday around 3 p.m. saying, what's going on tonight? Was supposed to work, but it canceled and I'm not telling my wife, LOL. So a meticulously thought out plan to lie to me. And then when I ask him about it, he tries to keep lying because of course he doesn't know how I found out. Then accuses me of sleeping with his guy friends because that's obviously how I found out. I've never cheated either nor flirted with any of his friends. We've been together 16 years. Now that he knows how I found out, he says, I'm blowing it out of proportion. The kids were asleep and stuff got done for Easter.
That's not
a long whole thing to post on a Facebook group.
Yeah. I'd be pissed.
It's the lies for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you could have just said, hey, I want to go out for a few hours with the boys.
Right. Like, I know I was supposed to work.
This whole, right.
Yeah. And he knew days ahead.
But she could have also said, like, no, I don't want you to work instead of.
Well, she pretty much did.
Yeah.
And he wasn't working. He wasn't working.
He had no intention.
He specifically lied because he knew that she didn't want him to go.
And then made up huge lies the night of, like, about.
Yeah,
and even told his buddies he's lying to her. Like,
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think she's blowing it out of proportion. I think that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty bad.
It's a lot of lies.
Yeah. And then to have, like, that's when you, like, don't leave a trail. If you're going to lie and do all that, don't leave a trail. Like, delete those text messages. Be smarter than that.
Yeah, also, and he should have. And if he was going to lie, why didn't he just let the lie go? Why did he then call her or text her from work? Oh, work got canceled. Like he suddenly grew a conscience and felt like he had to tell her in case someone saw him out at the bar or something.
Yeah,
you know.
Oh, that's why true. All that. He could have just said he was at work.
Mm-hmm. Right. Oh, I got off work early. Whatever. Would she have even noticed if she thought he was working? You know.
Yeah.
I'm not waking up at 3, 4, 5 to see if he's home from work. You know.
Yeah. That's true. But I like how she's like, prepping for our families for Easter, you know, like she had to really set the scene. Because I think any wife would know that would be real annoying if
that would be
you were hosting and then your husband's just piecing out. Well, that's all I got today.
All right. So this upcoming week,
Hurricane Helene.
Helene is coming.
Yeah. She's big. She's a big girl. Like I didn't realize how big she was until I looked at a map today from our homie Jenna.
It's going to hit all of Florida.
Yeah.
Like all of Florida is going to be affected.
Like, but I feel like the last few hurricanes, I've said the same thing. I'm like, I didn't realize how big, but it's like the size of the entire state.
Right.
But they really are. They're like, it's the size of the whole state.
I'm fascinated by meteorologists' ability to predict these things. Like,
right.
How have they figured, like, kudos to them. They figured it out. They're way smarter than I am, but.
Oh, we should call Steve Shively. Let's get him on the line, Christina.
I have to say
to our guests.
Hold on. I got to correct you because his last name is Shively.
Shively, sorry.
And he told me, I can't even believe you said it right because people always think it's a shiv, like if you're getting shanked in prison. And it's not. Anyways,
my apologies to the Shiveleys.
She had a little fruit snack in her mouth. She couldn't say it right.
Oh gosh. But what was I going to say about it? I don't even remember now.
Oh, he's a meteorologist, which is why I said get him on the line for the people that don't know who that is. And he lives in Christina's area.
Yeah. But yeah, so the storm it's not projected to hit us, but the craziest part for me, Jenna, you talking about like them predicting is like, I felt like all week long, I kept saying, well, this storm like is probably going to close school for a couple days. Well, it's not actually a storm yet. There's going to be a storm that's going to start.
Right.
And then it's going to close school. Like the storm wasn't even in existence yet. Yeah. And they knew it was going to be one.
Yeah. Well, like Christy said earlier, if it hits the Yucatan Peninsula, it's going one way. If it hits Cuba, it's going another way. Like, who figured that out? Who knows?
Right.
Not me.
It has to do with like
science,
the air pressure and the water temperatures and the
how fast
the low and the. See, we need Steve Shively. He could explain this to our viewers.
Oh wait, I actually have him calling in now.
Imagine if this was live and he'd be like, oh, these girls have no idea what they're talking about.
No, I don't. I've lived here my entire life and I have no clue. Like, we should really
ask for the next one.
Okay, yeah, we'll have to try to get him to put it in reverse.
So it's not like we're not supposed to take a direct hit, but we're gonna have heavy winds, storm surge, lots of rain.
But my fear is in the past, like these things have changed course.
They just kind of like,
and they didn't predict it ahead of time. But is the science there to where they pretty much know this one's not going to do that?
I feel
like when
ahead,
all the models are in agreement.
Yes, all the models are in agreement. So I think that's the more important thing. But usually when it's like the spaghetti model and it's like every different direction.
This way, yeah.
But everybody points it straight up to Tallahassee. So if you're in Tallahassee, I hope you survived okay, because this will happen afterwards. But like, it's going to be it's like when we had some big storms in the past, but it's going to be bad.
Yeah, if they're getting a direct hit as a category 3,
it's scary.
Like, and it could also pick up and become a 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, that's scary.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
So, hopefully.
And it's a very coastal, like the Florida panhandle's very thin. So it's pretty much like all the coast right there.
Yeah. Right on into
And they're
Georgia.
predicting big surges too. The storm surge is supposed to be pretty big with this one.
I know. People with houses on the water, I don't know how they just live in fear.
Yeah.
Like Jenna used to with her old house.
Yeah.
Like
every house we've looked at, I'm like, what is the flood zone? Nope, not living here. I don't even want to see it. Don't show it to me.
Yeah.
So, but no, it's gonna. And then the kids are home. I have a feeling they're gonna be home on Friday too, just depending on power. But
well, and the roads, if they're flooded and the buses can't go, like
there's so many factors Friday, they have to take in,
I think,
to keep schools open or close them. I don't envy making those decisions. I think they could have done
a half day today at least.
They can't.
Yeah, today would have been closed the whole day
because they can't. Buses don't run that way. Like they've got to be able to bus everybody. That
well, for our school, we don't have a bus.
Yeah, our school just always.
I don't see why our school closed.
I think the buses could have done it though, because I think the buses can run until the winds are like 40 miles an hour or something. And there's not, there's no winds, but. And are our schools shelters right now? Because I haven't even heard of them opening shelters. But maybe they did when they did the evac zone A.
Well, that's their main reason when they close early is because they turn into shelters.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, so part of our coastal areas are under mandatory evacuation, just for the listeners to to hear.
I just really don't want to lose power. That's the worst.
It is.
Yeah.
I think I'm prepared. I got a huge jar of peanut butter today, so we'll just live off of that.
Yeah, Christy says we were at pickleball lessons this week, and Christy was like, Christine and I are like, we're getting junk food, like we're getting trash for this. You get that's what you get. And Christy's like, what do you think would be the most filling, protein-filled snack I could get my children? And we were like, we don't know because we ain't buying it. Like. No, thank you.
I have protein bars. I mean, nobody in my house is going to eat tuna, so I have to think outside the box.
Well, but like what I said was I just take my kids to the store and I say, just pick out whatever snacks you want. It's like the only time that they just have like carte blanche on whatever snacks they want.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes hurricanes almost fun. It'll be like the nostalgic part of
bearable
hurricane days.
For being stuck inside with.
Yeah.
Because I think tomorrow we're going to be stuck inside most of the day.
Oh,
I think I might order a pizza tonight. So then that way we at least have like cold pizza to eat the
That's
next
a good idea,
few days if we lose power.
Yeah.
But we also have our grill.
That's away from your house.
That I will pull away from the house.
Good idea.
Mm-hmm.
You should roll it across the street to that retention pond and grill there. Just in case.
Our stove is gas also, and I think it will work if our electric is out. So I'll be able to heat stuff up that way.
Yeah.
But it's just like you don't want to open the refrigerator if your electricity's out, because then everything will go bad. So I need to just figure out.
I feel like my kids just want to snack when they're home, so. But we just got we have all new snacks here. Non-roasty toasty snacks, and so we're stocked. We're stacked up.
I know before we had thought of like the GoFundMe or the thing, I was like, oh, we could all just collect for like a big Costco gift card for you guys. Because someone was like, what about a meal train? And I'm like, well, they love, like her mom loves to cook. I wouldn't do a meal train, but maybe we could get them Costco gift cards so they could go get food to cook.
Yeah. And that's what we've done with the donations is like, because like the other day I was like, oh, we don't have any spices. Like we don't even have salt and pepper. So it's like those kind of things. Like you're like, oh, I don't have any of that. That's so annoying
to have to rebuy all that. Yeah.
And all those little things really add up too.
It does.
It's like, oh, that's just a couple bucks. But when you have 100 things at just a couple bucks,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
True.
But no, I think we're just going to put it out there. That's going to be an easy storm. It's going to go nice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have a real quick story about cleansing the porch up, tidying it up for the hurricane. So we have a lot of wasps around here. I don't know if you guys have a problem with wasps, but we're like we always have them on our porch trying to build a nest and stuff. So last night I sprayed all the wasp nests so that we could take the cushions and the patio furniture and stuff out of there without getting stung, because my kids are also kind of paranoid about them. And So this morning, I got all the dead wasps up off the patio, swept them into bags. There were 3 different nests that we found, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're like everywhere around here.
That's crazy.
So then I'm like, okay, guys, I cleaned all the wasps are gone. And there was like larvae in the nests, it was wild. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. Okay, so clean them up. I'm like, come on, kids, let's get the cushions, because we have like the sofa and ottomans and chairs. Okay. And we put all the cushions in the shower downstairs. That's just like our holding spot for them whenever there's a big storm. The first cushion I pick it up, and a wasp flies out at me. And James is like, a wasp! And I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm trying not to get stung by it at this point. And I'm holding the cushion that I have, and I'm walking around trying to get away from it. And I realize the nest is literally attached to the cushion that I am holding.
That's in the yard now.
So I chuck it into the middle of the yard and run inside. Well, now the wasp keeps going back to the sofa looking for his nest, and he can't find it. And then apparently there were 3 of them at least, right, like active in the nest at the time. So they're going around, and I'm like, I have to kill them because I can't get the other stuff in. Yeah. Because they were just searching. And the kids are watching me through the window like it's the best movie they've ever seen in their life. They keep coming up to me.
They would have recorded this for the pod.
They keep coming up to me, Mommy, your face is so funny. Every time you see one, you're like this, and then you're like, ah! And then you run, and then James comes and he's like, Mommy, you're like watching the worst superhero that there is.
They really know how to ground you, make you feel good.
Yeah. And so I got 2 of them with the wasp spray, and then the wasp spray ran out. So the biggest of all of them is still out there now, but I had to go out like 100 times because I still needed to get the cushions. But the kids would watch, and then they would be like, he's in the yard now. And then I would run out and grab one, and then they'd be like, he's back at the sofa. It took at least a half an hour just to get the cushions after that. But it was just a funny story with the stupid wasps out there. But you guys don't have wasps?
When your pest control comes, they don't remove them?
They do.
Yeah.
But they do, but they come back.
But my patio is screened in, though. So, like, when we used to leave the door open, we would get them. Yeah. But now that we have the doggy door, everything stays out, thank goodness.
Oh, that's good. And ours, I don't know, they come on both our front and our back porch. But the front is a problem because it's so high when they come there. You have to have, like, a super extender. So I have to call pest control for those. Yeah, but these ones I just get rid of on my own in between pest controls, but they just keep coming.
That's crazy.
I wonder if there's something you could do. Like, I've seen people with the bees, they crochet a fake bee hive and put them up, and it prevents bees from doing their own hive. I've seen that
weird.
online. Well, I don't know if that's a
I don't know if the wasps would care.
It's not a good look. It's not going to scare anyone.
I'm going to need a little Nia wasp nest crocheted.
Call her up.
But I wonder if there's a scent or something you could spray that would be a deterrent for wasps.
I don't know.
We got to research this for Put It in Reverse next week.
Yeah, and for my
That
life.
sounds like a lot. That sounds like an infestation.
Yeah.
Do your neighbors have the same issue? Did you post in your neighborhood group?
No, that's not my style. I have no idea. I'm assuming they have some wasps, but I haven't asked them.
Yeah.
So maybe they'll comment below.
I'm waiting for my post to get approved in the neighborhood page or the area page to see if there's any shaded pickleball courts for us.
Oh, yeah. It's so hot in the direct sun.
Is there no indoor pickleball places yet? I know they're starting to pop up.
There is a place in Ybor, and it's like an old abandoned warehouse that they've bought and like redone. It looks cool from the outside.
Oh.
Like we could go during the day.
During the day,
yeah. Pickleball with all the kids today was actually kind of fun. I think my kids liked it.
It worked well.
Yeah. Steven liked it.
And they were good when they were hitting it back and forth and
yeah,
I
with
think
no formal training.
I think
not like us
them how
and
they
our
would get
formal
better.
training. That we almost were completely blown away by one person who has never played before.
But we came back for the win, Jenna.
We did.
We came back.
We just wanted her to learn. We were helping her learn.
I know. I was so jealous today. I wanted to play with you guys so bad. Sucks sitting there having to watch.
But I thought since you were sitting there, you would have taken more photos and video of us.
Nothing.
I'm sorry.
There was nothing.
I know. And I thought about it too. I was like, oh, this is cute with all the kids playing. You took some good photos.
Yeah, I took some of the kids, but I couldn't take them of us playing because I was playing.
I'm sorry.
Do better.
I want to get a tripod and video us playing.
We need some for the viewers.
I don't know that we need video of us playing yet.
Yeah, we can get video.
I could if we had like a video of a good dink.
Yeah.
Christina had a real good dirty dink today.
Yeah, she did.
And we
one good dirty dink.
One dink.
We invited our friend Sally, who's never played, so we were kind of giving her a crash course.
But she's good at
definitely
everything.
The most athletic of us.
Yes.
So she was picking it up real fast. I think her serving, she was having trouble because she just hits it so hard. And with pickleball, you can't hit it hard or else it goes out of bounds.
Right.
But I think once she gets the feel of it and she gets her serve down.
Oh, yeah. She's going to cream us.
She's going to be so hard to play against.
Yep.
Yeah, she literally almost won. Almost completely blew us away. And then I think she got tired because we made her play both people on her team.
Yeah.
We really stacked the deck in our favor and still almost lost.
We know you've never played before, Sally, but
we're
going to be 2-on-1.
It's going to be good for you.
I've noticed that even at lessons, the first hour we're good, and then the second hour we're all just tired. And
yeah, you get tired.
Yep.
Yeah. But we did play last Friday, and I played against the two of you by myself.
Yeah.
You did.
Woohoo.
I don't need to say how that turned out, because...
I think it's obvious.
Did you like me on Monday at pickleball lessons?
Yeah,
I was like,
Wayne.
I beat the both of them by myself, 11-5.
Oh.
Wayne was the instructor, but he was new for us this week because we had a different guy. But so me and Wayne played against Jenna and Christina. And when we were up a couple, he kept winking at me and kept telling me he was going to mess up his serve because he wanted you guys to just enjoy the game and not be upset. So we would get up a couple and then he'd go like this. He'd wink at me when you guys weren't paying attention. And I was like, And then it would be my turn to serve, and I'm like, wait, does he want me to mess up my serve too? And then when I messed up my serve, he looked at me and he was like, just kept winking at me. I was like,
well, now that we know, we're going to come back.
I wanted to be like, they really do not care. They are not going to get upset if they lose.
We think it's hilarious because sometimes it's really sad how much we lose by.
He was cracking me up. He kept winking at me. I was like, funny. I can't wait to tell them what he's doing. And then I forgot until this moment.
Yeah, when he came out with that paper with all the rules on it, I was like, oh God. He's serious.
Yeah.
But I think he was a little confused about that we'd already learned everything.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, so I don't have to teach you. You guys know all this and that and that. All right, let's just play.
Right. Yeah, Ty gave us a crash course and then...
Which I think was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we needed Ty for the first couple weeks.
Yeah, I think that was a good pace for us because it's hard to play if you don't know how to play. We needed all the stuff up front.
Right.
You know?
Right. I keep eating these gummies. I'm so mad at you.
Wait, so my sister just texted me and said, so I guess we're staying until the hurricane passes. FML, our flight was tomorrow. You guys, I didn't even know she was in town. I did not even know she was here. But apparently now she's stuck.
Your real sister or your sister-in-law?
No, my real one. The one who has the Airbnb in Ybor. Yeah. I didn't even know they were here. Were we going to
stay at that Airbnb?
Yeah, we should stay there one night.
Or I guess the Miami trip is kind of like a girls' night.
Well, yeah, this will be a separate thing.
We could do another girls' night.
We only get at the Airbnb. One a year.
I think there's 3 bedrooms.
You sent me 2 different ones she owns, right?
Yeah, but they're together. So it's like it's a house and then
duplex?
a mother-in-law suite, like a little what do you call it? Like a studio. It would be fun in the winter because it has like a fire pit out back.
Oh yeah.
It has like this little cowboy jacuzzi thing. But we could probably sleep 8 if we did both the little house and the big house.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could be the cruise crew.
Reunion.
Reunion, or do you want to do it before we go cruise?
I don't care. I don't care. All right. Thanks for joining us on another episode of Between Carlines. We hope you had a few good laughs, and we'll hope you join us again next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.
Bye.
Between Carlines is hosted by Miss Christy, Miss Christina, and Miss Jenna. Music by Lindsay Anderson, edited and produced by Miss Christina. Don't forget to subscribe and check back next week for an all-new episode. Thanks for listening.